veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
hey, welcome in. Happy Sunday, everybody. And welcome to our special guest, Roro for real.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Happy Sunday.
Yes. Happy Sunday for real. Yeah, everybody. That's right. Thumbs up. Thank you, James. Thank you so much. Everybody, thumbs up. You're in the house. Make sure you give us a big old thumbs up as you come in. Hit that doorbell. Thumbs up. How's everybody doing? How's your weekend going? This is great. This has been a great weekend here in Michigan. We've been getting a little bit of snow, but hey, other than that, life is still good. What can I say? Life is still good, and we just making it on even with the snow. How's the weather where you are, Roro?
It is actually pretty nice here today in Central Florida. It's about 75 degrees. The sun is going down. I was outside a little earlier. It's nice.
Somebody give me a tomato. Somebody, one of my neighbors, pass me a fresh tomato so I can throw it all the way down to Central Florida. Boo! Here's boo!
It's okay. You just have to come see me sometime, and you can enjoy it too.
Absolutely. Hey there. Are you surprised, Monique King? Are you just totally like floored? I bet you are. Welcome in. Monique is welcoming in
Hi,
everybody.
Monique. Hi, Monique.
Yes. This is awesome. Yes, and that's right, Joshua. Share the link out. Share it with your friends, your family, coworkers. Those people that are MAFS fans that are watching Married at First Sight this season. This is the 16th season. Can you believe we're on season 16 already?
Wow. It doesn't seem like it. Seemed like it was just
Mm.
yesterday that I started watching about 3 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now which season did you first start with? Because I'll tell you what
Mm,
season I started with, but I did go back. But I'll tell you where I started. You tell me where you started,
I think it
Roro.
was like season 10 when these people they were all on some retreat. They had the couple, the African American couple that both of them were kind of nuts. That season.
Oh, wait a minute. You're
I
not
think,
talking about the really pretty girl that had the social media following already. Are you talking about her? Was that DC? Washington,
yeah,
DC?
DC, yeah.
Oh
I
yeah, I
think that's
watched
when
that.
I started watching it.
I watched that recently. I forget if it was on Netflix or one of the other apps or whatever. But I watched that recently, and that was such a good season. I was like, "What?
Yeah,
These people are
very.
crazy."
They were. That was a lot. That was a lot. So, but it
Yeah,
got
that
me into it.
right. It's whatever that gets you into it. You are absolutely right. Well, where I started was right after that. I started with season 11, which I believe was New Orleans. New Orleans with my Karen and Miles and Amani and Woody, one of my favorite Married at First Sight couples.
Oh yeah, yeah. They have the
You
cutest
gotta,
little baby.
yeah. Ellen V is asking, is that Roro up there? Girl,
Hi,
yes.
Ellen. Hi, Ellen.
Isn't her voice the most beautiful, sweetest voice you ever heard? I love it.
Oh, gee, thank you.
It is. It really is. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the people are piling in. Thank you guys. Happy
Hi,
Sunday to you
Joshua.
guys. Yes, Joshua. Joshua, where are you from? Where are you at right now? If you don't mind telling if it's where you are, drop it in the chat. Hi, Sister Charlene. Charlene Hill. She is awesome, you guys. Joshua, I'm going to go back to because Joshua is also a YouTube content creator. So go ahead and check out his page. He's really an awesome guy. He has great content, all kinds of good things on his channel. And our sister Charlene Hill, she is also a YouTube content creator. She is awesome. And she
Hi,
talks
Sister
about the
Charlene.
yeah, Sister Charlene, she talks about the natural healing of the body by using good nutrition, oils, and various things. So, you probably actually can relate to her with that too. Like both of us. Charlene is just really awesome with that. So, guys,
Hmm.
check her YouTube channel out. Ellen V says, "Hey, Roro, she can't believe it's you."
Yes, Ellen, it's me. Can you believe it? I'm here with the
Yep,
lovely, actually, Aubrey.
Oh, thank you. You're a Dow. You're a Dow too. Joshua says, okay. Oh, I'm from Queens, New York. Okay. Queens, New York in the house. All right.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay.
you were I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Oh, and thank you, Monique. She went and got she ran all the way over to Joshua Gabriel's channel here on YouTube, and she got his link, guys, so you can check it out. If you don't mind, if you would Monique or Ellen V, while you're in the house, and our moderators extraordinary, I want to thank you today. One of you could reach out and grab Charlene Heal, Heal Heal. Monique, look at this. Ask and it shall be given. Thank you,
Wow.
Monique.
She
Appreciate
is
you.
quick.
You are quick. You are quick. I mean, like you're quicker than DJ Silver, Silver. You are quick. That's how quick you are. But
Uh-oh.
guys, we're not going to delay. We're going to go ahead and get into what we came here for. We're going to talk about Married at First Sight. This is season 16, and this is episode 4, the honeymoon hiccups. Honeymoon
Mhm.
hiccups. So we'll get started with couple Gina and Clint. Gina and Clint, what do we say about this couple? They are on their honeymoon. Clint does carry Gina over the threshold, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
he carries her over the threshold, and then as they kind of talk about the events of the day and how much fun they had, and Gina, they're both tired. It's been a long day. They've had to take pictures and deal with their guests and reception and meet their new spouses at the altar or at the venue. And now Gina is getting ready to come out of her beautiful dress, and Clint has come out of his clothes. And I don't know. Some of the ladies are talking about this hairy chest thing. Guys, how do you feel, ladies? If you're in there in the chat and you want to say, how do you feel about the guy with? I actually appreciate a man with a hairy chest. I really
Mm,
do. Is that what do you
yeah.
think, Roro?
I mean, I don't mind the hair. It's just that the chest itself just wasn't very impressive to me, so,
Oh, was it
you
because
know,
it's red? Because he's a ginger? Are you not liking a ginger also?
oh no, I love ginger. Sometimes I'm ginger myself, but
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I like a ginger man. I like Prince Harry. I think he's fine.
yeah, yeah, well, he's nice looking, but as
Hmm.
for me, the hair was just a hairy chest. It wasn't a big deal. I mean, I didn't see anything, bad or good about it. It was just a chest to me. So,
Yeah,
you
just the
know,
chest. It's not like the brother is working out a lot. I did notice that he doesn't have like the biggest pectoral muscles and arms. Like he's been in the gym hitting it. But not. It was okay. It was
it
okay.
was okay for his,
It
yeah,
was.
for his age. It kind of made me think more too about, he's more than, what is he supposed to be, 40?
Yeah, supposed to be 40. You said
Yeah.
that right because I've been wondering about that now.
No, no, I'm pretty sure he's a little older than that.
Because didn't the
You know.
a couple of episode or two ago, didn't the doorman say that Married at First Sight was there to see the old guy?
Yeah, they
This was
did say that. They did say that. That yeah, they were gonna go interview an old guy upstairs.
right. I was like, when they said that, I was like, okay, he's older than 40.
Yep, I think so.
I do too. I wanted to say we didn't really see what did we see in terms of with their parents and the meeting of the in-laws. I don't know. Do you recall anything that stood out to you with Gina and Clint with the in-laws or the meeting the day after, the morning after?
Well, didn't she tell his parents that she's not usually attracted to a ginger-haired man, like a red-haired man? Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
so to me, for her to make that statement, I didn't quite understand why she would say that to his parents. It was unnecessary, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That's odd. That is
So,
odd.
like to me, she was setting herself up kind of like, for them to wonder about her, to not like her. Why would you come and say something like that about their son, before
Right.
they even get to know you, so I didn't get that.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Mhm.
Kirby is saying, "Hey, hey, Kirby."
Hi, Kirby.
Right. I'm
Happy
I'm just telling
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. I'm telling Kirby, guess what? You're next. And high vibe, you too. You're next. You'll be up here next talking. And so, yeah, that's kind of odd for her to say that to the parents. I mean, clearly, any parent loves their child and thinks they're beautiful or handsome, good looking. I don't know why she would say that. But he did carry her over the threshold nonetheless. And they did get ready for bed. And, she put on something cute. And I don't know what your feeling was, but do you think that, they looked like maybe they were going to consummate
Mm,
on the wedding night, or what do you think?
no, I didn't think so. I didn't
Mhm.
see I didn't see enough uh interest from either one of them for that. To me, it just seemed like, he was ready, because he was like he said, his words, quote unquote, I'm a man, and so yes, I'll be
Mhm.
ready if she's ready. But it wasn't as if, she was really that much into him physically, and and the same for him. They just seemed to be kind of tired, a little too tired.
Yeah. Yeah. I got that sense too that they were kind of tired. Um well then moving on along to Nicole and Chris. What do you think? What do you think about Nicole and Chris? Do you think this is a did they set us up with a couple that might have some real
Potential.
commitment
Yeah, I
potential?
think
Yes, there
so.
you go.
I think so. They're looking really good. I like how they are able to talk with each other, and he seems to say the right things. Um, she's enjoying herself. They're obviously attracted to each other because they were still in kisses. So I'm hopeful for them. I'm really hopeful for them. I hope they make it. They seem like they're really matched well out of all the couples.
They do. They really do.
Hmm.
And one of the things that I thought was interesting though, when they met the in-laws, I thought it was kind of I was a little surprised that Chris's father and his siblings, they seem to be so protective. Not that I was surprised that they were protective, but I thought, like, what has happened in this guy's past dating life? I need to get some more information on that. Like, what has happened in his past dating life that the family feel it so necessary to just be like, go easy on him, and if you're going to end it, make it sharp and quick. Like,
Yeah,
what did you think about that conversation?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're portraying him as to be so fragile, like, any little upset could really do him in. Like, I wonder what happened in his previous relationships. Like, did the girl leave him at the altar or something? Like, what's really going on? He's a grown man, and why should he have to have somebody protect him at this point? Obviously, he has some type of strength, because it took, for me, it would take a strong person to even go into this process, to sign up for this process. So if he's strong enough and bold enough to sign up for married at first sight,
Right.
then that doesn't make sense to me, that you're over here now talking about, oh, please don't hurt my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Basically is what is how it's coming across. Oh, please don't hurt my baby. Like he's some
Right.
innocent little child. You know,
Right. Right.
I don't get it. Maybe
I
the
don't.
maybe the producers put them up to it. I don't know because it
That
doesn't make
could
sense.
be. It doesn't make sense to me either. Now, on Nicole's side, you kind of see a little bit of the same thing. Her father is very direct with Chris when he questions him. And he really, like, this whole concept. Now, this is what, like, I agree with you about the producer.
Hello, Aubrey. Hmm. Did she drop out? I think she dropped out. Hmm. Well, Aubrey.
Yes, I'm sorry. I got booted
Oh,
out
okay.
for some reason. My internet wanted to go real janky on me. So
Oh, okay. Well, I was
bear
getting ready to try to go on with what you were saying.
yeah, no,
You know.
I was just gonna say that we see Nicole's father, who's being very direct with Chris. We see him questioning Chris with a fine tooth comb, and also being very like, well, but I understand it better coming from the father of the bride, or the father of a woman, versus the father of a man. A man, you expect a man to be tough. You expect a man to be able to protect not only himself but his wife.
Yes.
So I did think that it. Oh, but what I was about to say was this whole concept again. Getting back to the producers, we see Nicole's father basically saying, "Well, yeah, he seems okay, but he could be a serial." What? What are you
A
talking about,
serial
Dave?
killer like Jeffrey Dahmer,
Y-
like
y- Well,
who's
we had to be careful what we say on YouTube, so
oh,
that's why I
okay.
stopped before the K word. But yeah,
You're
but
right.
we get the
Sorry.
idea. We get the idea. No, you're fine. We get the idea. We get the idea of what the dad's saying. But for me, because we also saw, interestingly enough, we saw Dominique's mom say the same thing. That's when I say, yeah, this is definitely the producers putting this up.
Yeah, yeah, because even though, yes, it does seem, more acceptable coming from the father of the bride, but still, she made her decision to do married at first sight. So she can't be that fragile, that dainty, for someone to do that, and there's nothing he could have done to stop her. He couldn't stop her from doing that. So
Right.
obviously, she's not as fragile or dainty as he's trying to make it seem to be. So, yeah, I think that they were probably put up by production to be so overboard with this protect my baby or don't hurt my baby concept that they're doing. It doesn't make sense to me. These are adults and they made their decision.
They did exactly. They made their decision, and I think you said something very powerful just a moment ago when you spoke to that these people have to be very brave to come on this show on national, international TV, and to be seeing flaws and all, meeting this new person that they have to live with for at least 8 weeks. I think you said something very powerful. They have to be very brave and maybe a little bit cuckoo. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know,
they're
but
different. They're
they did.
special. Put it like that. They're special.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice, politer way of saying they're special. They are special. Now, speaking of special, Jasmine and Eris. Oh my
What's
goodness,
oh,
Jasmine and Eris, and that kissing cousin of theirs, of his.
mm. Is she a kissing cousin?
I don't know. I recall him saying something about, their moms being best friends and so forth. But I also thought he said that his mom and her dad were siblings. So I thought that they were, actual relatives, but it
Okay.
defies logic. What look at Monique King. She's calling it the Roro show after I got kicked out. That's that is
Hey, that's
funny.
so sweet. That's funny.
The actually Roro show.
The Roro for real show. Yes.
Roro for real
Um.
show. There you go. I'm gonna title this channel something different now. But no, but getting
Uh.
back to getting back to them, I was just saying that yeah, this girl, this cousin who doesn't seem to own a bra to her name, like she is all in their business. What do you think about her? And does she need a
Well,
brassiere or not? I mean, is
I
it
know
just
she
me?
needs some support. Okay, she needs some really, serious foundation,
Yes, I agree.
foundational support. I don't
Foundational.
understand. I don't understand because I had several male cousins that I grew up with. But once we grew up, then we
Hmm.
made our own decisions and did our own thing. I'm not like, especially even if we were still living near each other, or even if we were, say, in the same house, I wouldn't be that protective over a grown man who made up his mind to do something, to go and get married. I don't understand. To me, it seems as if she knows something that is going to come out later in the show, hopefully, that maybe he is still involved with someone, perhaps the girl that he, was,
Oh,
what you call it, what we used to say it was, you know,
uh,
hanky panky with 2 weeks ago. Remember?
oh, right.
two
The one,
weeks.
oh, right. 2 weeks. Because just right. You're right. Because I forgot about that. 2 weeks ago, he was
Hmm.
doing the hot and heavy, as someone
Yeah,
say.
hot and heavy.
He was
two
doing
weeks
that hot and
ago.
heavy. Mm-hmm.
So maybe this is somebody that, she either knows, like maybe it's her friend, or maybe it's somebody that she knows about. And so therefore she knows that he's not really ready for this process,
Yes,
you
yes, and
know.
that's an excellent point. And High Vibe says they are guys that are in the chat
Ooh,
and join in.
that's
If
a,
you're watching on
ooh.
the replay, be sure to put it in the comments. Are Eris and his cousin kissing cousins? Are they real blood relatives? And what do you think is going on with this young lady? Why is she so bent out of shape? And wait a minute, did you catch that when the producers asked the cousin, Eris's cousin, what do you think of his new wife? And she just burst out laughing like I don't know what she's been smoking something. What's going on with this gal? Why she thought that was so funny? And then the next morning when she met with Jasmine and the mother. Now the mother on the flip side, Eris's mother seems to really enjoy Jasmine because she's poised and she's confident, she's beautiful, and she seems very sweet. But now
Hmm.
here's the rub. When asked about when was her last relationship, her last serious relationship, Jasmine did admit that just 7 months ago she was living with a guy that she was very serious about and things ended. And then the cousin said, well, how can that be? Like, what do you mean 7 months? Don't you think that's too soon? Did you have enough time to process it and to get over this guy? And she says, well, yeah, because here's the thing. Sometimes long before the relationship, before you walk out and end things formally, you already know in your heart that it's over with. It's not what it's supposed to be. Like,
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah, and I can vouch for that. I mean, I've been there and done that. You know it's over, but you're just trying to hang on, just for the sake of it, because you made a commitment, but you know that it's over.
Hmm.
So it's like that song, neither one of us wants to be the first to say goodbye,
Oh
you know.
yeah,
So
that Gladys Knight tune. Yeah, that joint was
yeah,
nice. Neither one
yeah,
neither
so
one of us want to be the first one. You're right. And then here's another thing. So Jasmine, she comes back to the hotel suite where she's sharing with her new husband, and she tells Eris about how his cousin was behaving. Um, did he offer her any kind of support or a shoulder to cry on, or say that maybe even he would speak to the cousin and that was inappropriate? What did he say?
no, he didn't. He just said that's her. That's her just being her. That's how she is. As if, this is something that he's used to. And he didn't seem to have be mature enough to even understand that his wife needed him to say something positive to her, to something
Right.
encouraging to her. He's not, obviously he's not mature enough to even know that, so
That's a very good point. High Vibe says that it's obvious that the cousin is overly invested, and then she's attacking Jasmine. Also, the fact that what, that's a very good point, High Vibe. Also, the point that she keeps bringing up about Jasmine having been a beauty pageant contestant and a winner. I'm beginning to think that she's actually jealous. That she's just straight up jealous of not only the fact that she's married to this kissing cousin that maybe Fallon wanted to be married to, or maybe wanted to have some type of intimate relationship with. But not only that, she stole her thunder because here she is, a whole beauty pageant queen. She's won several pageants. She's been Miss Virginia and so forth and so on. And she's very poised. Do you think that maybe there's some jealousy going on with the kissing cousin?
Oh, it's definitely something going on. She obviously can't do what Jasmine is doing or be what Jasmine is right now. So, whatever it is, it's too much. She like Monique said, she is way too invested in this marriage. For some reason, she feels as if she needs to stop it, and she's going too far. I don't care what her reason is, she's going too far because it's none of her business, to be honest.
It's
So and
none of
it's
her business.
freaky. Just the thought of what everybody is saying about the kissing stuff, that is so freaky. I hope that's not the
Right.
case,
Yeah,
but
we hope it's not. That has happened in past time gone by. But the thing about it, um, Eris doesn't seem to be, giving any of that energy toward her. Like even when we saw them in the scene before he got married, he's talking to his cousin, and he doesn't seem to be giving any romantic or intimate attention to her. But yet she's there once again, fully unsupported in her strapless dress, and her move something dress, and just trying to really shake it all up in front of him. I don't know where this girl is going. But to
yeah,
Eris, now to address Eris. Eris did not carry, we did not see him carry his bride Jasmine over the threshold. We did not see him pick up the breakfast. We saw her doing all the service. We saw Jasmine doing all the service. And then he even jumps in the tub with his clothes on and says, "Now feed me grapes." What do you
yeah,
think about
and
that?
she had to go and find the grapes. That he is really selfish, and I mean, what is he doing for her? Has he done anything for her? Like what
Mm-mm.
makes him think he deserves such treatment? Oh yeah, treat me like a king. I want to be treated like a king. And even though she tells him you are a king, but what has he done to even rate that type of treatment? Nothing. He has done nothing. As a matter of fact, it's the total opposite. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't see how this can work, to be honest with you. I just don't see it.
I don't either. I think that right now, for now, Jasmine is really trying to be a good wife. She's giving her best version. I feel like she's open to Eris and all the things that he's asked of her, but I think she's going to grow very tired of it very quickly because she's going to see what we as viewers are already seeing, that he did not carry her over the threshold. He did not think enough of her to go get the breakfast and serve her. A man can serve a woman and a woman can serve a man, definitely. But, this is the bride. The bride is actually considered the prize. The Bible says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. It doesn't say he who finds a groom. It says he who finds a wife. So,
Exactly.
I don't
And
know.
there's nothing protective from him. He hasn't shown any type of protective um, qualities or attitudes toward her either. So I don't know. She's probably gonna, be out of there real quick. I know I would.
Yeah. You know, that is funny. That is funny. Yes, yes, yes. And so we'll move on to Dominique and McKinley. So now here's the thing I have with them. Here's the thing that I have with them. You know, is it the race card with the family, with McKinley's family, who's from Flint, Michigan? Shout out to Flint, Michigan, by the way. Do
Hmm.
you think it's the race card? Do you think that maybe do we see that his mother and family appears to be, racist, or are they just shocked that he actually did this process? And I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
I think it could be a little of both, um, but more so the mom, had not wanted him to do it. She think it's ludicrous. She think it's nuts in her word. That's her
Mm-hmm.
word, nuts. She think it's nuts. So
Mm-hmm.
she's probably just being an overprotective mom. She probably just looks like that because at first I was thinking the same thing, like, why is she looking at her like that? And even other people at the wedding in his family, how they were looking at her. But that
Mm-hmm.
could have been, like you said, shock as well, But as far as the R word, it's hard to say. You can't really. I think maybe something if it's something like that for real, it's probably going to come out later. Somebody's going to
Later.
come out and
Mm-hmm.
say, yeah, that's how they are. But I think his mom just has a RBF, and
Okay. We know what that is, right? Yeah.
and she was just being overprotective. What is funny is that she offered him $50,000, the exact amount of money that she would have had to pay if he I mean he would have had to pay if he broke that contract and didn't get married or something like that.
Ah. Oh, good point. Good point. Good
Mhm.
point.
Mhm.
Um, Kirby says he thinks it's the race card, and we know it. He's telling us that we definitely know. Kirby, I don't know if I know that because to Roro's point, I think that the mom may just have a bad face. She may have that face that and a lot of people don't know what they have that what is it, RBF,
Mhm.
and we know what that stands for. The resting BI whatever word, face. Some people have that. Also, I gotta say this though. I think it's very interesting that Dominique's mom, who was her married to a Caucasian fellow who she created Dominique with, also now married to a new Caucasian fellow. Why would she put her in this process and maybe not state whether or not she wanted a black husband for her, biracial or non-black? Because it seems to me like she kind of leans more toward the non-black husband. And so why then would she question the first thing out her mouth? She's questioning the new family, and she's asking him, is your family racist? Well, you know what? You should have thought of that before you signed her up for this process, ma'am. And maybe you should have stuck to her dating someone that's either black or biracial, black and mixed
Mhm.
otherwise, like she is. You could have requested
Mhm.
that. But why make
Mhm.
it a big deal when you walking around, you're at the wedding with this white fella on your arm? Why make it a big deal that, her husband is white? Why not ask questions that make more sense? Like, what do you do for a living? Is she going to be tripping out when she finds out that he sells cannabis for a living? That's what he
Oh, is
actually
that what he
does?
does? Oh, I didn't
Yeah, or
remember.
that's what
Oh,
he
okay.
that's what he did before he came to that, or at least that's what he did before he came to Nashville. Remember, he said that he grew cannabis. That was he was an
Oh.
entrepreneur. Remember, he's
Oh,
the
okay.
only one. And by the way, and I say this not as a pun, but I feel like McKinley is the black sheep of the family because the other two siblings, the brother and the sister, they're both college graduates. And clearly, if the
Mhm.
mom can offer $50,000 just to get him out of that, clearly they have money for him to go to college, and he chose not to.
Oh, he did. Okay. Well, hey, it could be, that could very well be the case. As far as Dominique's mom, yeah, it doesn't make any sense because her father is Caucasian, and so is her current husband, who sort of looks like McKinley, but
Mm-hmm.
but
It does.
maybe after she saw the way his mother was looking at Dominique, maybe she, kind of felt that it was the R word that was
Mm-hmm.
involved, and maybe that's why she's saying that, because to me that's the only thing that makes sense, because like you say,
Mm-hmm.
her father is white, you're married to a white man, so why all of a sudden now you see this white man and you're wondering if he is Jeffrey Dahmer, you know
Let's see. Right. Yeah. High Vibe says it's both. She's upset because she expected her son to talking about his mom, her son, to have a conventional relationship, and she is not feeling a brand new black daughter-in-law. Speaking of which,
Mhm.
last thing on this couple, I think, what did you think about when the mother-in-law, McKinley's mom, asked Dominique what did she think about moving back to Michigan so he could be close to his parents? What did you think about that?
Well, Dominique is like, well, why would I have to leave my mother? So mm, she didn't like that. Dominique didn't like the thought of that, and that would probably tell his mother that that probably is going to be an issue with them between them if that comes up, because I started thinking too, what is he going to do? Where are they going to live? I mean, if he doesn't have a place, and was Dominique living with her mother? Is she living with her
No,
mother?
no.
She has
She
her
has
own
her own
place.
place. She's independent, unlike certain other
Okay,
people.
so he would have to move in with her.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Listen. Unlike certain other people, McKinley, Eris.
Okay. Yep, exactly. Yeah, he's gonna have to move in with her. So maybe she asked Dominique that because maybe McKinley had made some type of promise that he would only be in Nashville for a certain amount of time, then he would be moving back home. I don't know.
That's interesting. Yeah, that I think my actual thoughts about it, Roro. My
Hmm.
thoughts are that the mom knows that he's a screw up. Let me say it nicely.
Hmm.
He's a screw up. He's the black sheep of the family, and the mom wants him to be close to home because if you've got three adult kids, and I think he mentioned too that his siblings are both married and they have families, they're well established, but you've got this one failure to launch kid, grown up adult kid, and he's never been married, which is not that because he's only about 34 years old. So that's not a big to do. But the
Hmm.
fact that he just seems kind of wishy-washy to me. He seems kind of wishy-washy. And who leaves home to go and be on a show? It seems like also he's seeking stardom. I just really think he
Right.
came on the show for the wrong reason. That's my thought on
Right.
it. That's my little two
Or
cents. Go ahead.
yeah, he could be like what High Vibe is saying that Dominique's mom is. He wants that MAFS check. I think a lot of cast members have done it for that reason. You
hmm
know, we
Yeah.
think back to, I won't say a name, but he was commonly known as a Dusty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. Could be definitely that.
So
And now to wrap things up, we're gonna talk about Shaquille and Kirsten. Oh my goodness. What did you make? Shaquille managed to get Kirsten over the threshold, but then he didn't quite get her to the bed, but he got over the threshold. He was
yeah,
very chivalrous, so we'll give him a plus for that. And
yeah, I was proud of him for carrying her over the threshold.
very proud of him. Very
Hmm.
proud of him. Hats off. Kudos to him. But then the next thing, we see her sitting on his lap. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. Okay, I don't know. YouTube is probably going to flag this video, but I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if you guys caught it. You know, um, his wife, Kirsten, told us and told the MAFS people that she wanted a man that was basically and I'll put it in my own words, that's packing plenty of heat. Well, when she got up from sitting on his lap and she went to come out of her gown, but where I was sitting, it looked like her husband was packing plenty of heat. If you catch
Mm,
my drift. So I I,
yeah,
I
I
don't know.
didn't
I'm
catch
like,
your drift on that one.
you didn't catch it? Well, I did because I
I
had to
did.
rewind and look at it. As reviewers, I mean, I just do it. It's not that I wanted to. I was kind of forced to because I'm reviewing it. See, it's not
Yeah,
like I really wanted to.
you look at it with a deeper eye than I do.
I did. I did. Well, I had to go back because I don't know if anybody else caught this. He was wearing two different colored shorts. So we see that the shorts changed from gray to red, orange, and orange to gray. So I noticed all of that because my cousin, Janice, cousin sister Janice over on her channel. She be noticing if they got the stains in them in the shorts and
Yeah,
all of
like I
that. So
was thinking about that. Ola, what's his name? He did the same thing. His underwear change or his shorts change in the same scene. And I was wondering the same thing about Shaquille. It's like, wait a minute, didn't you just have on, like
yeah.
some camper
Oh,
type
so you
shorts?
so you
I
caught that.
saw that.
You did see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
And then he went from that to little orange hot pants, to some little orange hot pants he
well,
had on.
I caught in the orange hot pants, as you call them. I caught that the camera caught that he had a well, he was quite excited to see her. Just put it
He
that
was
way. And
excited.
the camera caught it, but the camera swiftly moved up and away from it, as if to say, kind of tease us to kind of show those of us that were watching that area, like, oh, okay, he's
Yeah.
packing big heat. He's packing
Yeah,
big heat if
well,
that's what the sister wants. But she got to be attracted to him to find out. So I don't know how that's gonna
exactly.
work.
Yeah, I
Do
don't
you think
understand
these?
why she sat on his lap, because she's obviously
Yeah,
not attracted to him. She won't even give him a peck on the cheek. So why would you sit on a man's lap and you know that he's attracted to you and you're not attracted to him? So I wouldn't
yeah,
put myself in that such a close,
yeah. That
encounter of
that
a
that's that's that's
unphysical kind.
Yeah, my mother used to say that's tempting things. You don't sit in a man's lap. You don't sit in a boy's lap. You don't sit in a man's lap. That's really tempting things. Oh, Monique is fussing at me. Oh, Miss Aubrey. Oh, whatever. I'm a grown woman. I got two kids. They had to come from somewhere.
Well, hey,
But
that's
wait
what
a
I
minute.
tell mine.
But wait a minute, this is a thing, High Vibe. I don't see Shaq as zesty. I don't see Shaquille as zesty. I really don't. I do observe that he does have some tendencies and mannerisms that I would say that I would typically ascribe to women or to females. Um, but what I think about that is this, because as I've noticed, this younger generation of his generation, a lot of men, particularly, I hate to say this, but our black men who don't have fathers in the homes, or father, maybe they weren't raised, maybe the parents got divorced early. I do believe, I thought we saw Shaq's father at the wedding, or if that's his uncle, I'm not sure. But I just see that he does have some feminine tendencies, but I don't think so I don't know if that means the same as zesty, but my bottom line is I think that he's a straight black male. I really do. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
quick to
think so
say,
too.
yeah, and I'm quick to say when I see, because I see on our other show, we got a couple of zesties on that Ready to Love. Okay, and I'm not calling no names, but
Hmm.
Dimples.
Hmm.
But anyway, uh, so anyway, but
Earring,
not
curly Q.
well, Roro, Roro. Oh my goodness, she is getting so sassy up here. Oh my goodness.
Well,
But
hey,
but what do you guys
it
think?
is what it
I
is.
don't know. I don't know. What do you guys
I
think? Do
don't
you
get
guys?
that from Shaquille, but
Mm-hmm.
I get that something is not, he's not, actually being his entire self. Um, what makes me think that is, the way he spoke to her about when he was going to go to do his presentation at school, and that he told her that she was going with him instead of going to Jamaica for the,
Oh
first day of
right.
their honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that I didn't like that because it was as if, hey, you don't have a choice in this. You're going to do what I say. This is where I want you
Mm-hmm.
to be, and you're going with me. And then he tried to clean it up a little bit and goes, well, I wanted you to see me, do my presentation, and then we see later on that she's sitting up in the hotel room alone, saying that
Mm-hmm.
she's waiting for him to finish his presentation. So what's the deal with that? I mean, I've always felt that there was something about Shaquille that was not forthcoming, that he is kind of like hiding something. And
Mm.
to me it seems like he could be like a type of control freak, you know.
It's funny you mentioned that, because on the trailer for the upcoming episode, we see that Kirsten is telling him, she said, "What I need you to do is to stop talking at me." So I was
Hmm.
wondering, like, what is he saying to her, and what is his tone like for her to say to him, "I really need you to stop talking at me." And the look on his face is very interesting. Like,
Like
um,
he's a little bit resentful, a little angry. He could be that way because if she's still not, forthcoming with the Hershey kisses or anything, the snacky
mm-hmm,
snack, he could be a little angry about that, because it's
mm-hmm,
finally settling into him. Because up until now, it seems like he just don't have a clue that she's not
right.
attracted to him,
I think he's
So.
starting to. I think after he talked to his frat brothers, after he talked to his groomsmen, they kind of put him onto game, and they kind of said, "Well, look, you don't want to be in the friend zone with this woman. She's your wife, so don't allow her to put you in the friend zone." I think he started reassessing it, and you're right. I think that for me, like, why be on this show? Why come on a show called Married at First Sight if you're not willing to be open to the different types of men that they might pair you with? May not be your physical type, but might actually be a good match for you and might be a lifelong partner in crime, in life, as a husband, right? Like, I,
Yeah,
I don't understand that. So why not at least give him a peck? Maybe she's not ready to go full deep throat tongue and all that, but why not at least give your husband a peck on the lips? I just couldn't understand that. Like, really? You probably
yeah. I
kissed a
mean,
lot more. She's probably kissed a lot more frogs, and now here you are with Shaq, who's about to be Doctor Shaq, Doctor Shaquille, and you won't even give him a kiss? Really?
yeah. Well,
A peck on the lips?
for her, like you say, we might go back to it could be her age, or it could just be her personality. She could just be that superficial, and in her
Okay.
defense, she did say that she
Hmm.
didn't want a bald-headed man. She did. I mean, and that,
Yeah.
and to that end,
Hmm.
I sort of blame the show, because why even ask them what they would like? Just say to them, we're gonna go by, what you say your personality is, or whatever, and then we're going to match you with somebody. Physical, they need to cut that out. The physical assets shouldn't be an option. Don't ask them what they want the person to look like. Just tell them you're going to get what you get, because obviously that's what they're going to do anyway. To me, they give one couple, one woman, pretty much what she asked for every season. And in this season, it seems to be Nicole and Chris.
Nicole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So
you know what? Let me bring this up. Show Orchard, and welcome in, Show Orchard. I haven't seen you before, so welcome in. I appreciate you joining us and subscribing to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Welcome in. But she says a woman can be open without being physical. If she's not feeling it, she shouldn't force it. I agree with you. Absolutely agree with you, Show Orchard. Orchard. But here's the thing: why do you come on a show called Married at First Sight if you're not open? That's what I don't understand. You're coming on a show called Married at First Sight because certainly Kirsten, by all accounts, is very physically beautiful. She's also credentialed. She has her master's degree. She seems to be a successful woman. Why come on a show called Married at First Sight? And now we're like a full day into it, or the most of the day has passed by. You've been at the reception, you've been dancing with this man, you've been chatting with this man, getting to know him, and you're smiling and you seem to be kind of warming up to him. Why not at least a peck? I don't know. I think that all women of her age, of the 30s, mid 30s, are aware that men, if you don't show them any physical, just a kiss. She's sitting on his lap. To me, that's even probably as intimate as her kissing him. So she's sitting on his lap, getting them all excited, which I saw, which I guess nobody else saw, but I definitely saw. Um, so why? Can you answer that? Can you speak to that? I really
well,
I don't understand.
I don't, like I said, I don't understand I understand what Show Orchid is saying, and I agree. Um, they even though
Oh,
they got married, they are still getting to know one another.
I gotta
They're
let me.
still getting to know. That's what the concept, part of the concept of the show is as well, too, right? In the 8 weeks up until the decision day,
Mhm.
they're getting to know one another. So they're getting to decide if they are still complete strangers, and they're getting to know one another. So the physical part, some of us are just not that ready to be physical right away. It takes a little bit of warming up, you know.
Ooh, yeah. Well, you know what? Last thing, LMV, she's saying that Pastor Cal, she thinks that he gets offended when they say they don't want a baldy, and he just becomes petty and does it anyway.
Yeah, yeah, Pastor Dusty. Oh, oh, did I say that?
Ooh, oh Lord.
Yeah,
Okay, show
exactly.
Orchard. You're right. It's only been a day. We're gonna give her some more time.
Hmm.
It's not gonna help things though that he did make her go to Jackson, Mississippi. No disrespect to Jackson, Mississippi, guys, but he made her go there, and instead of going to Jamaica where she could have waited for him in opulent luxury with the boys fanning her and drinking, tropical drinks and looking at the beautiful ocean. It didn't really help anything. So I don't know what these two are going to do, but we shall find out. We'll be back next week at the same place and same time, Sunday, every
Same
Sunday
place,
at
same time.
4:30 p.m. EST, guys. We look forward to seeing you. Is there anything you want to say about these couple? Hey, Allison. Hey, you're going to have to catch us on the replay. I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying the chat. Welcome in. And guys, oh, by the way, I want to say this too. Be sure leave me a comment on this video. We really got to help these algorithms on YouTube, guys. If you love me, if you like me, if you enjoy me, if you even hate me and love to hate me, that's fine too. Leave me a couple of purple hearts or say, "Hey, Aubrey. Hey, Roro." I can't believe Roro for real was up here on the stage, center stage. I really enjoyed it. Everybody, send your love and shout outs to Roro. I want to thank you once again. I also want to thank
My
also,
pleasure.
thank you, Ellen V and Monique King. I want to thank you for keeping the chat safe and keeping all the comments rolling and just being there to have fun. But I want to thank each and every one of you here today in the chat and those of you on the replay. If you would just hit that like button, it's so important. Once again, that algorithm is so important to stay in the algorithm, guys, so that you can find these videos. And there's a whole lot of people I'm talking to right now from Ready to Love, from different shows. So I want to bring Alex and I want to bring those interviews to you, but you got to keep us in the algorithm. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your notification bells on, and we will see you in our next video, guys. Say
Bye,
bye.
everybody. I
All
enjoyed
right.
it. I had so much fun. Bye.
We loved you too. Bye now.
Love you guys.